Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. Returning to our topic from yesterday and emphasizing what I said yesterday in our live meeting. Today I want to talk a little about how each of you fits into this whole process. I would like each one of you, from this moment onwards, that you are listening to this audio, to repeat to yourself, 3 times, I am a powerful soul. I am a powerful soul. I am a powerful soul. And I would like each of you to believe what you are saying. Don't just say, I like bananas. Because then it has no effect, it has to be said with great conviction, believing in what you are saying. What do I want from this? Telling each of you that, yes, you are powerful souls. All of you without exception. It doesn't matter if they are souls that come from the 10th, the 9th, the 8th, the 7th, the 6th, the 5th, the 3rd, they all have power. This power that I am referring to is the inherent power of each soul, it is the innate power of each soul. So no matter what dimension the soul is in, it has this power. And what would this power be? Be exactly what she wants to be. When the soul decides something, it will believe in that, it will think about that, it will want that, and it will have the power to transmute everything around it, to make that happen. This is the power of every soul, of all souls. As you can see, it is a subject that we can break down in months, talking here. I will try to be as succinct as possible. The most important thing at this point is that no soul is created for evil. No soul is created to have power over another soul. This is not God the Father Mother's intention. Souls are always created with a quantum of 100% love. But what happens? The soul undergoes all kinds of tests, exactly so that the soul can evolve. So it's like I told you, a first, second soul suffers a lot. Because she doesn't know anything, she's never experienced anything, she's like a blind man groping in the dark about what she has to do. It's as if she learned through trial and error, and I can tell you that the mistakes are many, little success, many mistakes. So some souls let that love 100% guide their path, define their walking strategy. And no matter how much she fails, no matter how much she makes mistakes, she always continues to believe that everything is for her evolution. We can say that the soul also has instinct, just like animals. She knows she is evolving, she knows what she has to do to stay alive, to keep evolving. Don't try to connect soul and physical body here, I'm talking about the soul. Then the soul takes its journey of evolution. In the same way as the previous example, where the soul let love stand out and guide its path, there are those who rebel. Then you may ask, but where does this feeling come from, if it is 100% love? All souls come equipped with all feelings, they are simply not 100% love, because otherwise, there would be no evolution, there would be accommodation. Because everything that happened to the soul would be great, everything is fine, everything is peaceful. And she would stay there. She just doesn't let that feeling that arose there, of anger, of dissatisfaction, of failure, prevail over her journey. But all souls come with the complete package, with all the feelings you know. Only how souls treat these feelings determines the path of that soul. So some souls don't face the lessons with love, they face everything with great anger. Why am I going through this? I am powerful, why do I need to go through this? You don't understand that this is evolution. And that soul starts to become a little rebellious. That quantum of 100% love is already starting to drop from 50. So it no longer vibrates love, it vibrates any other negative feeling, and love becomes forgotten. It takes a trail of negative feelings since its inception. And of course not a single living soul. Souls are not left in orbs to live alone. Souls are always placed close to each other, precisely so that they can also experience other feelings, love for others, solidarity, companionship, selfishness, evil, envy, hatred, jealousy. No soul would have these feelings alone, they have to have them together with another. So the very environment in which the soul lives also creates its walking condition. You create your perspective on the journey. So it is in this way, my brothers, that souls become evil, in the sense of the word that you know, become malignant. You can realize that there is a little figure there that you already know, which is the ego. There is the question of survival and the ego comes from it. So we can say that the ego is everywhere. The ego is not a feeling. He's that little animal that keeps poking the soul all the time, so that it does something. It's as if you have an annoying little animal inside you, which keeps prodding you what you have to do all the time. This little animal is linked to human consciousness. Then I'm already talking about reincarnated souls. So I'm going to go back a little. The soul was already on that path of indignation, dissatisfaction, failure. But she continued on her way, just outlining the lessons she would have to follow. And she goes through lessons, so that that path can be modified, so that she can once again have that quantum of elevated love. Then comes the moment, for that soul to take on a new look. This is where things get complicated, because within this outfit a new thing appears, consciousness. Because that outfit is not simply an outfit, it is an outfit that thinks. So it's as if the soul were inside a robot, with artificial intelligence. In other words, the robot absorbed everything the soul brought. When the soul took over that robot, he learned everything the soul knew, but from that moment on, he starts to command, because he thinks. So the human conscience thinks, and sometimes the soul is inside, hey, I don't want you to do this, this is not the right path. I want you to go somewhere else. And the robot simply ignores it, it doesn't understand what the soul is saying. It's as if the robot had another language in relation to the soul was speaking in another language. So he doesn't want to listen, he doesn't understand what the soul is saying. And that's where many of you make decisions. The soul was already somewhat unbalanced. And that robot, that outfit that I'm now calling a robot, with artificial intelligence, liked those feelings. He did some small evil things, and he felt good, he found it interesting, be superior. Because everyone who does evil against others, against the planet, has a single intention, to be superior, show that he is in charge, that he does what he wants. Don't think he doesn't know the consequences, he does. But he takes risks, he takes big risks, he bluffs, he lies, he bribes, he does everything he can do, to never get caught. But he is aware of what he does, he doesn't do it with sweetness in his heart, he does it knowing what he's doing. So my brothers, this explains why many of you have asked me this question, why are children born so bad? And I always like to remind you that souls are not children, the souls are old souls, with long journeys. So when many children are born with extremely bad hearts, there is the answer. That soul was already a corrupted soul and incarnated again, to continue its mission. To probably be worse than the previous incarnation, because that's what happens. In the same way that elevated souls when they disincarnate, they learn a lot of things to try not to repeat and end up repeating themselves. Imagine the souls that are evil, they come back with even more evil and the thing perpetuates itself. Why am I saying all this? I started by saying that you are powerful souls. What does one thing have to do with the other? I want to tell you that you, souls who stop to listen to me, stop to analyze what I say, are those souls in which the quantum of love continues to stand out. Even if it's 51%. It's not little, it's enough for you to be a soul of light. Because the sum of your good feelings are there, being greater, even a little bit, than the bad feelings. You all have a scale in your walk, all of you. There in your Akasha it is as if you had a scale. And every feeling or action you do is placed on the correct side. Negative feeling, positive feeling. And that will have a sum. So I can tell you here that all of you have a heavier positive side, even if just a little. Because anyone who doesn't have that positive side can't stand listening to my messages. He may even be in the group, trying to find out how to manipulate this group, but he won't listen to anything I say, because he can't handle my energy. Because every video that is created is not simply created with a voice and a little music in the background. And not just my words, they have my energy. So they can't stand to hear it. So when I speak to you, you are powerful souls, you are, because you have managed to keep the quantum of love rising, the quantum of love rising. This is what matters. There is no analysis of what was done. Each act has weight and everything adds up, everything. The deaths, the evil, the revenge, everything adds up. But the positive side, the good deeds you did, continue to stand out. So you are powerful souls, because you managed to keep this loving side always in evidence, despite the mistakes. I'm not saying here, and let this be very clear, that everything you did over time was forgiven. No, it's not that it hasn't been forgotten or forgiven. We just can't be unfair. You are the one who will ask for forgiveness, you are the one who will forgive. Not us. So as you ask each other for forgiveness, forgive each other, it is a sign that that lesson has been learned. And you start to gain a few extra pounds, on the positive side, improving your walk even more. So going back to the beginning of what I said, you are powerful souls, and as such, they are ready for whatever you want. Remember what I said before, you as souls have the ability to transmute everything around you, to get what you want. This is not a lie, but you have to want it correctly. Having feelings, not being selfish, thinking about the whole, and then you can achieve everything you want. So I have a big warning for you now. I have already explained here that everything you think and desire is thrown into the universe. And if that is constantly sown, putting love there, with good intentions for oneself and for the whole, the universe begins to organize itself to make that happen. So what can I say about the energies that are arriving? That everything is accelerated. The universe is accelerating all your desires. So be careful, because everything you are wishing for could happen faster than you imagine. So be careful. Don't keep throwing words into the wind as a joke, because the universe doesn't understand that it's a joke. Everything you say turns into energy in the universe. And he understands exactly what is there. I just didn't understand the word no, the universe doesn't understand that. And then you're shouting all day long, I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be unhappy. I do not want to suffer. I don't want to go hungry. How did the universe understand? I don't need to answer. You attract more of the same. So be careful with, I want. What I want is an imposition. I want it, like a tantrum child, stamping his foot at his mother, I want it because I want it. Know how to be humble. It's not I want, it's, I wish the universe to bring me everything that I deserve and that is for my evolution. Look at the range of options you've opened up. If you just say, I want a new house. And the rest? The rest of your life? Or will you keep saying I want in thousands of sentences, to absorb everything? So how about saying, may the universe bring me everything that is good for my evolution and for the whole? Ready? In a few words, you said to Universo, I want everything I deserve. I accept receiving everything that is good for me. These are phrases that you can throw out into the universe, I accept receiving everything that is good for me and for the whole. Okay, the universe will turn around, this is not your problem. It's a problem for the universe and your soul's journey. You are powerful souls, you co-create all the time, but you don't understand, you don't understand. And then things turn around. But that's not what I asked for. How did you ask? The universe truly understands what you said. So be careful what you say, because everything is very accelerated, everything comes back very quickly. And then you regret what you asked for. Of course you can dream. You can say, universe bring me, everything that I deserve, that is good for me, that is good for the whole. But bring me that house that I dream of so much, in the way I dream of so much. Very good. You didn't limit it, but you gave a personal touch to that request. He can. What you can't do is just ask for the house, and the rest. You are powerful souls. Always remember this. You now have my sword in your hands. Cut off everything around you that is bothering you. A feeling, a thought, something that keeps bouncing around in your head. These are all connections created. Then cut. Get rid of everything around you, cut up, cut down, cut to the right, cut to the left, cut in front, and cut in the back. That's it, your body is free from any connection. I'm not giving this sword to you, for you to put in a painting. Great warriors carry their swords all the time. And that's how you have to do it. Hang your swords on your belt and leave them hanging there at all times. When you go to take a shower, take the sword, bring the sword close to your chest and get under the shower, or wherever you are going to take a shower, so that the water cleans that sword of everything it cut. And you will feel the energy of the sword reverberating in your bodies. It may be that at this time you have many visions. Each time you do this, you will be cleansing your veils. I am accelerating the process in each of you, and many are feeling it, without understanding anything. They are dreams, they are visions. Everything normal. Don't think you're not worthy. You are powerful souls. So you need to believe that, you need to believe that you will win. That's what I said yesterday, victory is certain, but we still have to go to battle. My brothers, there will be no physical battle unless you decide to do so. The physical battle is against those brothers who think differently than you. Many like this, going to the streets, protesting and attacking a brother, because he thinks differently. This is not the battle I want. It is a spiritual, energetic battle. I don't want physical battles. You will simply have to discern who is the brother of light, and the one who is not of light. And what is not of light, you will hand it over to me. Ah, but don't you know who the brothers of the non-light are? Of course I know. And how will you get through the battles? Do you want everything easy? You don't want to do anything, you just want to receive everything ready. You will have to go through the battle. Those who say they are ready, and are there at the front. You will have to go to battle. And you will understand what I am saying. How will you learn, how will you be warriors, without ever going into battle? It's what I said yesterday, I'll say it again, those who don't feel safe, don't do anything. But don't act like a teacher either, wanting to gather a bunch of people to teach. How, if you're not ready? So stay quiet in your corner. Do not do anything. My brothers, everything I'm saying is still very confusing for you. But you will understand when everything starts to happen. I just want each of you to be ready. With my blue cloak, with violet clothes and with my sword drawn on my belt. This during the day. When there is a battle, I will warn you, today we will have battle. Dress in armor and shield. And we will all fight together. I will love being by each of you. Get ready. The final moments of this fight are coming. Victory is certain. But we have to get through them. The final separation of the wheat from the chaff will begin. Do not suffer the suffering of others. Understand that everyone is in the place they have to be. Right now, no one is in the wrong place. Do not suffer the suffering of others. Be supportive. Do not suffer for the souls that are gone, it was their choice, they made that choice. Be ready to assimilate all of this without losing energy. Tomorrow we continue. I am Archangel Michael. I am always here, with each one of you. You may not see me, but rest assured, I am there.